Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the final episode of the Fire Emblem 4 playthrough, and we are right at the end, as a matter of fact. As Julia here just needs to go fight what's his name, and Julia's actually a little further away than I thought she was. So what is your range again? Not a fun range. How many turns do I have? It's turn 34. If at all possible, I would like to get... How many returns do I have left? I have 3 rescues. I would like more than that, to be entirely honest. Well, Julia just needs to get over down here. Like, fast. I have like 10 turns to kill the final boss. Okay, I mean, if I'm willing to gamble Leaf, I think Leaf can handle it just a little bit. Just gotta make sure he's not having like the... Okay, yeah, I want him to have a... What increases his evasion the most? Okay, this. This is the fastest way to get him to rescue Julia. But now we're also just gonna enter... Oh wait, does Seliph need to capture the final castle as well? I should probably keep that in mind. I should get him down there for the extra hit in the void. Let's make sure he has his, Actually, yeah, let's also have Seliph be close to Leaf. That way he just gets all that extra void, too. And we're gonna equip Tearfing just so he doesn't somehow die from this. Okay, now we're gonna end turn. Alright. Valhalla phase. Should have a handful of turns left to beat the game. You should always go for Leaf. Okay, so I'm on a forest tile. Okay, 26 chance. You have to land 3 of them, too, to kill me. Come on, just don't proc any of your fancy skills. Okay, we dodged the first one. Okay, good. No, he didn't get any of his follow-up skills this time. Seliph phase. Seliph is here, healing up. Okay. Julia is still on her way. Leaf, what is your max distance for rescue? 10 spaces. So where can you stand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's rescue you. Get you here like a turn sooner, maybe. Just making sure you're not in his range still. Okay. Okay, let's actually force him to attack Seliph, because I want to see the top combo. Okay, let's just end turn again. What is, like, Lene's evasion, anyway? Because I'd like to get her close by, too, just for the extra dancing. Okay, this should have a top combo, right? No, really? Huh, unless I already did it. I was not expecting this, to be entirely honest. Ow. 4 roll damage, how could you? Save turn. Okay. Do we have... No, there's no fancy top combo. So what we're gonna do now, it is time to rescue Julia. Once again. Get her a little closer. Fall back with her. Okay. Julia can officially attack Julius. How safe are we to do this? It looks like we're very safe. It is time. I don't think it's gonna end quite yet, but we can make progress.
Julia, why are you... Manfroy, you've made a grave mistake.
Julia has nothing to say, apparently. Hindsight, I should have had Seliph in range. In fact, I might reset the turn just to have Seliph in range if I do miss the second one. Oh, I procced his Zaps, let's go. What a funny attack animation. His turn. We get to see the lop tier animation. Ooh! Outplayed. Oh, and I double. Can I land a third? Oh! Attempt again! Is it over? Come on, Julia! Finish it! It's Jover. Oh, I dropped my controller.
Naga, yet again, you have brought ruin to me.
Happy time music, I guess. Okay. Oh, perfectly. I'm the perfect distance away. Well, there's not too much to cover, but we're ending it off on turn 36. Did every single unit hit level 30? Yes. Every single Gen 2 unit hit level 30, so that's fun. We did have 2 deaths being Tinny and Patty. Besides that, let's just take a look at it. Julia didn't do the arena. Everyone else did everything they could, I think. Congratulations, Seraph. You've endured so much so well to make it this far. Thank you, Lewin. But our victory means precious little while our world still lies in ruins. Where do we begin from here? There's only one way to rebuild all the sacred lands. Everyone needs to come together and share the work among you. Like communism. And for that, you'll need a good leader. The Crusaders' heirs will be returning home to assume their rightful thrones. And with the proper leadership, they can pool their strengths again to build a new world. One where all can live in happiness. A new world, you say? Yeah, Seraph. A new world. And your role is the most crucial of all. You'll remain here in Valhalla, and you will guide the rise of this new world as King of Granvale. Hold on. I'm to be the king? Mm-hmm. After all that's happened, you and Julia are the last living heirs of the blood of Granvale's kings. The two of you have inherited the last will of all who lost their lives on this path. These souls watch over you even now. You mustn't forget the light for which they strove. I understand, Lewin. So long as I have the power, I'll do all I can. Now, Julia. What do you say?
I agree, of course. I wish to aid Lord Seliph. No, my lord brother, every step of the way. I know this path will be a grueling one, but that's all the more a reason to give it my all.
Well then, looks like everyone's making their way here from the front lines. Seliph, this will be your first task as king. I'm sure they'd all love to have some words of thanks. It's the squad! Well, that's it. I'm going home, Seliph. I left the Azakian people to wait long enough. I doubt I could ever thank you for all you've done for me, Shannon. All my life, you've been here to protect me, at every turn. I owe you so dearly. Be right back. Sorry about that, my dog just started barking at someone outside. Your Lord Father, Lord Sigurd, was always there for me when I was a child, as well as Lady Deidre. But when we lost Lady Deidre, I couldn't do a thing to stop it. I failed Lord Sigurd. Even now, I'll never forget that day. You don't owe me a thing, Seliph. Not when I've caused you so much pain. No, Shannon. If it weren't for you and the people of Azak, I wouldn't be here today. To me, Azak will always be home. Nothing will ever change that. I'm sure everyone back in Azak would be heartened to hear such kind words. I've always thought of you as a brother, Shannon. I pray we never forget that bond. My blade will always be yours, King Seliph. I'll never forget that as so long as I live. Well, it's time to say goodbye. Best of luck to you. Lewin just told him to shut up and leave. Okay. The next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dang, 7 people. It's the Thracia squad. I couldn't possibly thank you enough for everything, Lord Seliph. I'll be departing for Leonster shortly. The Thracian Peninsula has suffered from war long enough, and it's high time we rebuilt. I know my sister, Altena, wishes dearly for a restored Thracia as well.
Indeed. This war has lain waste to Thracia, and I can only imagine the burden laid upon you, the king-to-be of a united peninsula. I pray you give it your best, no matter what happens.
I will. You take care as well, Lord Seliph.
Long ago, our fathers Sigurd and Quan were bound by the closest of friendships, sharing their deaths as they did their lives. Prince Leif, I'd love nothing more than for us to follow their example and remain lifelong friends.
As do I, Lord Seliph.
You're about to leave, aren't you, Leif?
Do you wish to accompany me, Nana?
Huh? Would that really be alright with you?
Aren't they married? But of course, all I want is to have you and your mite by my side.
Thank you.
So, you're destined for Thracia as well, Princess Altena.
I am, sir.
I've got to help the new king in his quest to give rise to a united Thracia. At the very least, I ought to atone for the legacy of my adoptive family, Trevant and Arion.
Arion actually survived.
How wonderful it would be if Arion would work together with you. I don't believe that could happen for the time being, sir. But perhaps someday he'll feel the time is right.
I shall be bound for home as well, my lord. I wish the best of health. I wish you the best of health.
Sir Finn, you've come to my family's aid time and time again, and for 20 years played a crucial part in both my cause and father's. I couldn't possibly thank you enough.
No. I am a servant of House Leonster. As a knight, I have followed where my lieges have led. No more, no less.
Thracia's in your hands, Sir Finn. I hope you'll assist Prince Leif in granting Thracia its hard-won peace.
Yes, sir. A peaceful Thracia was Lord Quan's lifelong dream as well, and I'll do all I can to bring that dream to life.
Many thanks, King Seliph. I shall excuse myself now. Are you headed for Thracia as well, General Hannibal? Indeed! Thracia yet hangs in the balance, and my people await my return. Who better to lead the reconstruction of Thracia than the mighty war hero? Do your best for the use of Thracia. Ah, Carpre. I presume you'll be departing with the General?
I am, sir. I'm going to work with Papa to restore Thracia.
I see. You know, Carpre, I've seldom seen anyone as happy as you are right now. I confess I'm a bit envious.
I'm proud of my papa, sir. I may just be adopted, but I'm still the son of the great General Hannibal. You really are the cutest, Carpe. And from now on, you'll have me around to be your older sister. Huh? Lana? What exactly are you talking about? You really are still a child. Don't worry. Someday you'll understand everything.
Wait, what? The job awaiting you, the heroes of Thracia, certainly won't be easy. It's up to you to unite two peoples of long divided by bitter hatred, and build for all of them a new, peaceful land. Goodbye, Thracia squad. We will see you one day. Again.
Seliph, I owe you dearly for all you've done to assist me. I'll never forget it so long as I live.
Oh no, Prince Ares. The joy chancing upon you brought his thanks enough. It was such an honor to meet the son of my father's dearest friend. As tragic as their lives were, their faith in each other was unshakable to the very end. Our fathers, Prince Ares, were united by a singular dream their deaths left unfulfilled. Let us fulfill their dreams where they cannot. Let the two of us, hand in hand, guide all Yggdrasil towards bringing that dream to life.
Well spoken, King Seliph. My father so dearly wished to see his beloved Augustria united in lasting peace. In the name of his dying wish, I'll carve for Augustria a new, prosperous future.
And what of you, Lene?
I don't exactly have a home to go to, so I thought I'd give Augustria a try.
I see. Don't worry too much. Somebody wonderful, I know, will be graced with your charm someday, Lene.
Oh, Lord Seliph. I know you're just trying to perk me up. But it's okay. I've always got dancing. I've been alone my whole life. Staying alone for the rest of it won't be that bad.
Oh, she didn't get married? Oof.
Lene. I'm going with Prince Ares to Augustria, Lord Seliph. I'll lend the princess my strength and help rebuild the country. Dermot? Ah, of course. Your mother was a noblewoman of Nordion, yes? Lord Elgin's sister, Lachesis, to be exact, sir. Nobody was closer to him than she was. I'll give my entire life to fulfilling the last wishes of my mother and Elgin, and to create a united Augustria. Even as we speak, Augustria is still embroiled in a civil war. A grueling task awaits you all, but I know you can handle it if you give it your best together. Augustria's fate now lies squarely in all of your hands.
Goodbye, Dermot, Lene, Ares. I remember your name. Oh, just Faval.
I'll be leaving for Verdane, Lord Seliph. Verdane, you say? Ah, of course. Your father was Prince Jomki, I understand. From what I've heard, Verdane has been following naught but ruins dominated by brigand clans ever since the royal family collapsed. So I've heard, sir. I don't know how much good I can do by myself, but I'll have to try. Those bandits have been running rampant long enough. Indeed. Verdane was my mother's home, and my parents first met me there as well. Faval, I entrust this task to you. Do all you can to save Verdane's people. Yes, Lord Seliph.
Poor Faval, he's all alone too. Hey, it's Patty. Patty's not going with him.
I'm off to Jungbi now, Lord Seliph.
Ah, of course. You're the heir to Jungbai. Will you be okay?
Huh?
Why, Lord Seliph, you're not saying you think I'm nervous about this, are you?
No, that isn't what I meant.
I'll just be fine, sir. I'm the daughter of the great Lady Bridget, after all. Sure, I don't look the part, but when the going needs doing, I'll go and do it. Just watch me go, sir.
Bye-bye, Patty. Alright, what squad's next? Another lone person. Tall to you, right? Oh, Tinny.
You're Friege's heir, are you not, Tinny? I'm so sorry. I know returning to Friege couldn't possibly be easy for you.
No, it won't, but for Mother's sake, I mustn't run away. I hope I'll have your help in this as well, Lord Seliph.
But of course, we'll be with you every step of the way.
Oh, she didn't get to say much. Bye, Tinny. Okay, now we got the squad. We got the Izak Liberation people.
I'm going to Dozel, Lord Seliph. Your father was Lord Lex, correct? I'm sure the people of Dozel will eagerly await your return, Ulster. The likes of Lambert and Dannon have tormented the people and stained House Dozel's good name for too long. Now that my father is gone, it falls to me to heal the state's wounds. I entrust Dozel's welfare to you. I pray you'll be able to lend me your might in the years to come. Yes, Lord Seliph.
Had a hiccup.
My liege, I owe you a debt among debts. I leave Dozel's care to you, Lord Johann. Home shall hold only pain for me, yet return I must if I am to absolve my kin's sins. I yet not know if my people would forgive me. This war could never have been won if not for your strength, Johann. Doubt. Your legacy is one of kindness. People everywhere know this well. Your words honor me, my liege. I can only pray that you someday shall forgive House Dozel. But of course, Johann, I hope both Granvale and the world will greatly prosper from your might. You shall always have my axe, my liege. I swear to you, the Granvale throne shall have an undying loyalty to House Dozel.
I hate to admit it, Johann. That was actually quite the stirring speech. I guess that's what you've always been good at.
Larse, I
know. I mean, I do love you too, Johann.
I've never known such joy, Larse.
Bye-bye, Izak squad. I guess they're actually going to Dozel, not Izak. That does make sense. Alright, ooh, we got the siblings here, Lewin's kids.
I take it you're heading for Edda, said. I am, sir. In the name of my father Claude, I'll breathe new life back into Edda. Saint Bragi's faith is strong indeed. I know your exalted prayers will bring priest to Granvale in the world. Yes, sir. And you're headed for Edda as well, Fee.
I am. I had to visit the Edda convent to properly farewell the war's fallen.
I see. I thought you might, Fee. Be sure to pass my gratitude on to the spirits of the dead. Thank you.
You take care, Lord Seliph.
Oh, my dog's laying beside me now. He's a good boy.
He's out being quiet and not barking.
Hey, look who's all up. Nope, now he's throwing a fit. Oh, I missed it.
I beg your forgiveness, Lord Lester. The task that lies before you is the most painful of all.
Pausing.
No, sir. I'm all that's left of House Velthomer, and it's my duty alone to atone for the many crimes of my kin. I know what my father, Lord Azel, would want to see as well. Lester, I can't bring myself to hate Lord Arvis any longer. Knowing now he was but a sad victim of fate, I can only offer you my condolences. Thank you so much, Lord Seliph. The Fire Emblem House Velthomer's royal crest, was once revered by people the world over as a symbol of justice. I'll work tirelessly until the emblem's honor and good name are restored.
Bye-bye, Lester. Whom is this? Is it Oify?
Hey! Well, sire, I'm leaving for Chalfie now. What? Why, Oify? Why? I thought you would never leave my side. I still need you. No, sire. You will do a magnificent job ruling on your own. I know it. And whilst you do, it'll be my duty to protect House Chalfie in your stead. Chalfie. I understand, Oify. You're right, of course. I won't be able to inherit its throne, which leaves you as the last bearer of the blood of Baldur who can claim it. I suppose there isn't much choice. Everything will be alright, sire. I'll always be watching over you, even from Chalfie. Oify, to me, you've always been like the father I've never had. You taught me all I know. How to strategize, how to live as a knight does, and how to be kind. You've done so much, and I could never thank you even nearly enough. Sire, I too owe your father dearly for all he once did for me. When my parents died, Lord Sigurd took me into his home. He loved me just as if I were his own brother. And yet, I couldn't even be by his side in his final moments. I was a coward.
You're also like 3.
Oify, please don't cry. This is my fault, not yours. My apologies, sire. You shouldn't have seen that. Now, please, sire. I know, Oify, I know. You take care as well.
Bye-bye, Oify. And Arthur, of all characters, is last.
Well, Lord Seliph, thanks for everything. I'm going back to Selice with father now. I must admit, Arthur, I'm almost envious you have a father like Lewin by your side. How nice that must be. It is. I'm proud to be his son, sir. But someday, hopefully, I'll be every great of a man he is now.
Selice is yours to rule now, Arthur. I'm not going back.
Huh? What are you talking about, father? The war's over. Please, you've got to come home.
No, my work there is done. I don't belong on the throne. Selice needs a fresh start with its leadership, just like everywhere else. What Selice needs is you. It needs to be guided by your youthful hand.
I don't understand. Selice needs you too, and I need you. Please, father. Please, come home with me.
Settle down, Arthur. You're embarrassing me here. You already know exactly why I'm doing this, don't you, Arthur?
Father.
That's enough. There's nothing left to say. Go. I leave Selice's fate to you. Bye-bye, Arthur. Well, Seliph, I guess this is farewell for me as well. I've got a journey of my own to begin.
Thank you, Lewin. Thank you so much. You've done so much for us, the young generation. You've always guided us. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you.
I only did my duty. I am the wind, a wind guided by the beating breath of life. And this very light shines on within the hearts of every last one of you.
I understand now. All my life I've heard tales of how Dragonkin feared becoming entangled with the sorry affairs of mortalhood. But you were different. You guided us where your kin never would. As long as our word lives on, humanity will never forget your kindness. Lewin, no, a hero of the distant land, or Seti of the wind.
So if you're confused by that, it's implying that Lewin did die at Valhalla. It's just the spirit of Seti possessing his body. That's why, like, he kind of became a shipfather.
At long last, Thracia's been unified, a region once swamped with countless nations constantly warring among themselves. With the restoration of House Leonster and the downfall of the Thracian kingdom, the Thracian peninsula finally knows peace. And as the first ruler of this new Thracia, the people ardently desired for the throne to be taken by Leif. And so, Leif worked together with his Nana, Leif's wife. Finn, the Lance Knight. The great General Hannibal.
I want him in face so much.
Carpre, the holy youth. Lana, his wife.
They're like kids.
To build a new nation for Thracia's people. At Leif's behest, the Thracia's old former lands were entrusted to his sister, Altena. The legends of Altena's love for the dedication to this very soil that raised her, and this love never died so long as she lived. The Thracian peninsula thus gave rise to a new realm, the new kingdom of Thracia.
Wow, I'm failing to read this. It's auto-scrolling, that's why I have to be careful.
The kingdom of Azak may have found its freedom from imperial abuse the quickest, yet its people could not rest easy while its heir was absent fighting in the war. This changed with the final victory of the Liberation Army. And when Shannon returned from battle, the people greeted their liege with raucous cheers. And so, with Shannon assuming the crown, and others by his side to restore the land, they also strove for a new age diplomacy and trade, seeking to build a wealthy nation. Azak was once reviled by others as little more than a barbarous eastern land, but under the reign of Shannon, Azak will grow like never before, and shall one day be reborn as a mighty nation, every bit as equal as the other realms. The aftermath of Augustria's civil war left it to be annexed by Granvale, and so the land fell harshly to tyranny. After years of abuse, its people dearly wished the rise of a unified nation, one led by House Nordion, heirs of the legendary hero Eldigan, and so the people eagerly welcomed the homecoming of Ares. In Ares, the people saw the very same aura Eldigan himself once born in his youth. Ares was accompanied home by his Lene, the resolute dancer, Dermot, the charming knight, and worked with them to unite Augustria. Under the reign of Ares, Augustria will soon become Granvale's most crucial partner, and will grow to be greater than ever before.
Oh, we're going to Faval land next, right?
Even at its peak, the Empire had shunned and ignored Verdane. Uninterested in seizing the region within its iron fist, it completely abandoned the old kingdom. Instead, Verdane was left to the mercy of constantly warring clans. The brigands ran rampant. Nobody had any hope of peace. Into the fray came Faval, the child and heir of the heroic Prince Jomki, whose long-awaited return rallied the people's spirits. Youths flocked to join this new battle. Within a year, the fight for Verdane's reunification had come to an end, and Faval took the rightful throne. With the support of Granvale and Augustria, Faval worked ceaselessly to rebuild the peaceful Verdane their grandfather Batur had once forged. Verdane is a land of natural beauty. Its verdant forests are Sigurd's prayers. Its sparkling crystal clear water is Deidre's tears. And these are its people's emblems of hope and faith.
Oh boy, a lot of reading today. Kingdom of Selise! This is Aranis' place.
Selise had long dwelt under the Empire's cruel hand, and so,
Arthur devoted their life to rebuilding of the ruined land. A breathtaking land, a peaceful people. Lewin had devoted his life to protecting the kingdom of Salice, and at long last, his decades of work came to fruition. And in Granvale itself, Velthomer's new lord, Lester, Friege's new lord, Tinny, Edda's new lord, Ced, and his sister, Fee, Dozel's new lord, Ulster, and Johann, and his wife, Larse, Jungby's new lord, Patty, Chalfie's new lord, Oifi, and others all returned to their homelands. In the royal capital Valhalla itself, with the overwhelming support from the public, Selef was officially hailed as their king. And the newly anointed King Selef devoted himself to rebuilding his land and bringing peace to all. His goal nothing short of a prosperous world free of oppression and bigotry. And by his side, one would always find his sister, Princess Julia, regarding his toil with the warmest of eyes. In ages to come, the people of Yggdrasil tell legends of a divine king of ages past. None shall ever forget his name, Selef. And I believe that is the end of the Fire Emblem 4 playthrough. Gotta get the little musical motif and ending there. A little bit of a remix of the Capture a Castle theme there at the end of the game. That's cool. We got birds. Kindness to know the sorrow of man. Valor to relieve the sorrow of men. Power to prevail over the sorrow of men. Wow, I failed to read that. Pretty sure that's Bragi Tower, isn't it? That's it! Alright, so that was the end. This is definitely the longest running series on the channel. Not by parts, but by date that I started it and date that I ended it. I'm pretty sure when I started this playthrough, I had a solid 8 subscribers. And now we're sitting at a solid 617 strong. That's pretty neat. The vast majority of those people are there for the shorts, which is, you know, it's understandable. It's fine. The people like the Pokemon content. That being said, like, this playthrough was one I had a lot of fun with. This is one of the games I did want to play because I, like, for whatever reason, a lot of people in the Fire Emblem community, especially like the Heroes community, just don't want to play this game. And like, yes, I do understand, yeah, it's never been ported in English, but like, that doesn't stop people from playing like Binding Blade. So it's like, okay, why only play Binding Blade? Okay, prologue. Okay, I wonder if all these, my turn counts are accurate. I'm not sure. I might have to make a note about that in post. But I'm pretty sure that if you add all this up, it's just below 400 by like 5 turns. Light and Darkness, Endgame, 36. Yearn. 385 turns, yep. Okay, so I had a solid 15 turns left to do that. 124 wins and 0 losses. So this will see if I had any like secret losses that I might have hidden. There's Alec, he was the first death. There shouldn't be any more until Patty and Faval, unless I messed up somewhere. Actually, Jomkey might have a death, technically. Because I remember when I was like trying to figure out when he would get married, I was just constantly just end turning, and he did technically die. I loaded a save state for that because that was like 1, off camera, and 2, I was just trying to see how long it would take for them to get married, but you know, that wasn't part of the run, so I didn't count it. Okay, no, it didn't count anyway. He has 12 wins. Jomkey did nothing. Claude did nothing, but he's a staff unit. Beowulf. Lex had 30. Good for Lex. That's what Paragon does for you. Dew only killed 4 enemies. That's wild. Deidre only killed 3. Ethlin did 1. Wow. This is kind of surprising. Lachesis is that low? I mean, I guess all the staff spammers kind of make sense. Ira got like everything from the arena. Yeah, Aranis, she handled a lot of mages. Taltu being so low is also really surprising. Man, she must have gotten like everything from the arena. Sylvia didn't kill anyone either? Nadine makes sense. Brigid killed a lot of pirates in her initial chapter, so that's like, yeah. Gen 2. Seliph had less than Sigurd. Sorry, Sigurd was just better. Sigurd's definitely more powerful than Seliph overall. Like, Seliph's end might be stronger than Sigurd's end, but like, Sigurd's like first 80% is better than Seliph's first 80. Either way, like, I'm surprised that Gen 2 seems to be like a lot more, like, more people put in work in Gen 2, but it looks things. Also, like, all of those 42 kills were on Mistletoe. Waifi did more than Ares, really. Because Waifi kind of fell off after the first 3 chapters, at least in terms of me using him. Huh. Ulster was also like a pretty reliable tank. Faval had 28 wins? Really? His 1 loss, yeah. Carpre did nothing, that makes sense. Sed, I thought Sed would have had more, because like he was pretty crucial a lot. Dermot too, because I did spam him a lot. Like, I tried to, because I wanted to get that Steel Sword some crit, because I already had a lot of kills on it anyway. Lester doing so much is also a massive surprise, considering how much I hated him. Alright, there's death number 3, so there shouldn't be any more. Larse had 20 and 0, Lana had 0 and 0. Fee, Tinny, Lene, Nana. Oh, that's it. So Sigurd obviously had the most kills. I think Seliph was 2nd place. And we got the quadruple A ranking! We did pretty good. We almost screwed up the... Oh, and it took 131 hours, but that's just because of the speed up button, guys. Yeah, it took a hot minute. If there was a time ranking, this would not be... I would have failed that so hard. But... that's it. We got the quadruple A ranking. At the end of the first generation, I thought we were screwed, but we really managed to clutch it up towards the end, especially since I didn't, first of all, I didn't plan any of like the pairings until like the end of chapter 3. So the fact that I was able to get some, like I already knew I wanted to do Larse Lex, like that one was planned, but everything else, not really. And that, like, I don't even think I was trying to do a ranked run until like the 2nd or 3rd episode. So the fact that it wasn't started that way and it ended up that way is pretty good. Even if we were like cutting it close on like 1 or 2 of them at certain points. Like the experience one, I thought we were screwed on that, but we hit max level with every single Gen 2 unit, so that was great. Let's press A and see what happens. Nothing. But with that in mind, I don't think there's anything left to do. But hey, now, we're not going to be doing another long-term playthrough like this on the channel. I'd rather do like live streams and then make highlights out of it. I will play Thracia eventually, because Thracia is my favorite game in the series, but I gotta save that for a special point, and I don't know when that's gonna be. But unfortunately, most of my community is here for the Pokemon stuff, which is a shame, because like I feel like this playthrough was like the best I've had to offer. So, it was great. This was fun. Is there anything left to do? Alright, well, I think I'm just gonna end it here. If there is anything past the screen, I'll show it in post and editing. But with that in mind, guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed Fire Emblem 4 Genealogy of the Holy War. You all have a wonderful day.